There's an embarrassing picture of me somewhere, I'm sure, touching one side of the house and with my hand and the other side with my foot. And when we walked through, my husband had to like duck on one of the floors because he's about an inch shorter than the ceilings. So we bought it. It is 10.5 feet wide on the outside. It's 9.5 feet wide on the inside at its widest point. In the back, it's 6.5 feet wide, and it's about 30 feet long. The house was built by Joseph Eustace, who was a shipbuilder, and he built it in 1862. And if you're used to living on a ship, it doesn't seem so small, I guess. And there's a lot of really crazy stories that all have to do with people fighting over land. There's a story about brothers owning the property behind the house, and then the property that the house is sitting on, and the two brothers building nicer houses in the big lot behind and leaving the small space for the brother that was off at war. And when he came back, the story said that he built the house to spite them both. That's why it's called the Spite House. You hear a lot of comments, a lot of arguments outside the window from tourists, mostly men telling their wives that is not a house. That is obviously an addition to the house next door. Nobody would be crazy enough to live there. It's such a great house. The location was amazing, but it did have its challenges. You can't just go to Pottery Barn and buy a couch. Shopping for furniture is a real test of measuring skills. When we bought a new couch, we had to move it. Dan and my friend Chad pushing the couch out of the window, and my husband pulling it up through the window. I think I was on the bottom. It was just a scene. We were trying to get this thing in, and all of a sudden we get it in, and you hear this huge cheer come up, and there's a tour group watching us put our couch in through our window. There's been a lot of times where we've been in the kitchen and there's a knock on the door and somebody says, I studied architecture. Can I come in and look at this house? I just got to see what it looks like inside. This is a house that we've spent a lot of time and energy in, and we both really love the house. And we couldn't imagine anybody else living there, but we could imagine people going and visiting it and enjoying it as much as we did. And it's been great. I mean, renting it out as a vacation rental has allowed people to experience it. And it allows us to come home and be in our neighborhood that we really love. It's been the best of all possible worlds.